All right. It's a beautiful Friday in the city of Lagos. We are hit for Lagos 102.3 Max FM. And of course, you're still rocking with the best, serving you the dopest midday in the land, real skills, and BB Ray right here. But in between, of course, I hope you've been having a great time. It's about to get greater because, we have a special guest in the house with us, who's on a special visit. The trophy conquering and of course, Wafcon, winner, from the Super Falcons. She's in the house, with us right now. We have, Ashleigh Plumptre. I hope I didn't murder that name. Did I, pronounce that correctly? Come again. Say that again for me. Say that.
Yeah.
Plumptre.
Ashleigh Plumptre.
Plumptre.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Right.
I'm not a sport person, so, do pardon me. I'm more of music and entertainment, you know what I mean? But it's great to have you in the studio with us, by the way.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Man, yes. And of course, I do have, the sport person, right here, our sport, presenter, for Max FM Lagos, MC Advice. How you feeling? What's good?
Man, so on that very day, when there were 2 goals down, some of us said, don't do this to us again. So we had to off our TV.
You did.
And leave the viewing center. So when we had go, the first question, Talo score. Who scored? Oh, sorry, pardon me. I'm reacting to how we had Nigeria. Who scores? Super Falcons don't score one. The guy at the door said, you have to pay for entering again. You went out before. So we have to say, but I leave that thing, that joy of having the Super Falcons do it. The project was so loud.
I feel you.
Everybody wanted them to win it. So 2 goes down half time. And I'd like to ask you, 2 goes down half time. Was there anything this coach said that made you people bounce back?
Yeah, obviously we came in at half time and everybody was we were a little bit like shocked, to be honest. I mean, we hold ourselves to really high standards and I think we had the best defensive record of any team
unbeaten, all true
in the tournament. And we only conceded 1 goal up until that point. So it was a bit of a shock for us because we really pride ourselves on like clean sheets and not conceding. But yeah, then at half time it was just we try not to panic too much because we know we can get the goals. But yeah, the coach just said we need to be like closer to the players in front of us. We need to stop allowing them to dictate play. And I think as players, this is where I speak so highly of my team, is that we went out in the second half and we weren't just feeling sorry for ourselves. We just said, we're good at pressing teams, we're good at suffocating them, making it hard for them to play. And I think that's exactly what we did. Like, we came out in the second half and we were on the front foot. They were already tired, and that's when we started to get a bit of success straight away in their final third rather than ours. And then we just started to capitalize. We made subs. The subs that came on did really well, and they were influential in us getting the first goal for sure.
Interesting.
So tell us about how it's been like since you joined the team, switching allegiance, playing for England, and then playing for Nigeria. Tell us about the experience.
Yeah, I mean, the experience on both teams is totally different. Okay. I think that probably comes from, honestly, from culture. Obviously, when I joined, so I come from both backgrounds, but I grew up very British. So even in the England setup, I kind of knew what I was expecting. People were somewhat like similar to me in terms of personality. And then when I joined the Super Falcons, it was just like, I think sometimes we can get carried away with that football. Like, it is just meant to be fun, even though it's a business. Yeah. Like, it's meant, we all started to play just for fun. And I think that's what I get from being on the Super Falcons. Like, we take our job very, very seriously. We want to continue to be the best team in Africa, and not just in Africa, but we want to compete with the best teams in the world. But the one thing I always feel when I'm with the girls is this feeling of like they're almost like there's no pressure. Like, everybody's dancing and laughing. Vibe. Yeah. And that's felt all the time. Like, we don't even have to be on the field. It could just be like at like meals or after meals, and people are joking between meetings and things like that. And I think that actually helps us be calmer as well, because obviously there is a lot of pressure, but everybody's just making it a good time.
Interesting. So, I'm curious advice. I want to ask actually, what was the the reason? Because I know Nigerians want to know what made you decide to pick Nigeria over England. What was the vital thing that made you decide?
Yeah, when I answer this question, I always talk about things that aren't related to football, because I think that kind of sums me up. Football as well, I don't often just identify myself as a footballer. Like, I am a footballer, but it's not who I am. It's just something that I do. And I think the decisions I make in football are just reflective of where I'm at in my life and what I care about. And let's say everybody's on a journey of like self-discovery, right? So I think my experiences that football has taken me on has allowed me to know more about myself and what I want to learn about myself. And obviously playing for England was an honour when I was growing up, and it was important for me at the time. And I obviously still always will feel connected to being English, but I'd never delved into my Nigerian heritage at all. I mean, it wasn't until, obviously I have a lot of Nigerian family members in the UK, but I'd see them here and there, and they lived quite far from me in London. So yeah, I went on a journey of like COVID times. I had more time to think about what do I want to get out of football, and I spent more time with my family. And I do speak about her a lot, but I have to, because my younger sister is very influential on me. She is 12 years younger than me, but she wanted to explore her heritage like before I even wanted to. So as she would speak about this, I just felt more connected to it, and I wanted to be on that journey with her. So that's when I just told my dad, like, I want to be able to represent the Super Falcons. And we didn't make it happen very officially. I mean, my dad was reaching out to the coach at the time on Twitter, but I managed to get my first call up, and then obviously I had to prove myself, and I've been with the team since.
Oh, beautiful. Amazing.
Yeah, sorry, I wanted to pick one. Two things. Number one, tell us about parental support, getting to this level.
Yeah, it's a good question. I haven't actually been asked that before, but I have two parents who are polar opposite in a very good way. I have my mum, who would always just say, like, as long as you're happy, I'm happy. She didn't really care what I did. She didn't, whether I played football or not, it was fine. She just wanted me to enjoy life. And not to say that my dad doesn't. And I've just, now I've said that, I'm like, it makes it seem like dad. But my dad has always been, I like to compare him to, I know this is a big thing, but like comparing to Serena Williams and Venus Williams' dad. Okay. I remember watching the movie King Richard, and I was like, Dad, this is you. Because it's like he in the movie, he would speak about how, like, before they were even born, he had like a plan for their life. Yeah. And that's almost like what my dad has actually done something similar. He said when he knew that my mum was pregnant, he had a chat with himself, like, I will do everything in my power to make this child successful and give her the opportunities that I never got. So yeah, okay. My dad has sacrificed a lot and done a lot. Like, yeah.
I hope you guys plan to make a movie, because you should make a movie.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, so my final take, meeting the president, I mean, the president of our great nation, Nigeria, and the appreciation he actually did. What was it like, meeting him, and what was the experience, with other people in that atmosphere?
Yeah, honestly, like, everything was such a whirlwind. We flew from Morocco. We were at the airport at 1 a.m. We didn't fly until like 7 a.m. So none of us slept. And then we got on the flight, landed in Abuja, and the first stop was to see the president. Wow. But yeah, honestly, we got off the plane, and obviously everybody was exhausted, but obviously we knew where we were going, and everybody all of a sudden was just like filled with adrenaline. Yeah, we got to the villa, and we were greeted so beautifully. Like, we all got a bouquet of flowers, everybody was there congratulating us. We had such a warm welcome, and then we were there for maybe over an hour, and even the chance for all of us as individuals to greet him. And the First Lady as well. And yeah, it was just a really special moment. I know how much it would mean for all the girls, but even for somebody like me, like, I think at first, like, our captain was introducing us all as we were shaking hands, and they were probably thinking, and then I heard the captain say, this is Ashleigh, UK based or something. And then the First Lady was like, okay, makes sense.
All right, thank you so much for your time.
Yes. And to cap it up, for this conversation that we're having, I'd like to ask you, because I know you choosing to play for Nigeria, goes also deeper than just exploring your roots, your origin, your cultural heritage and all of that. I suspect that it might also go a bit beyond you as a footballer as well. So I want to ask you to cap it up. What would you love, your playing career and everything that you've achieved thus far, to do, for the female child who's aspiring to be like you in the area of sport and football, and how do you plan to do that?
Yeah, on this, I always recognize as somebody that, like, young girls look up to. I think it's important for me to emphasize that, like, my journey has led me to this point through listening to no outside noise. Like I've literally just followed my own path, and it's brought me to this point. My actual goal was never trophies or winning this or winning that. It was like, I do believe like the closer you stick to yourself and your true purpose and your intuition, those things will probably just come because you know you're on the right path. So like to these young girls, like obviously a lot of them are just enjoying football because they love to be able to play, and that was me. Like I was never just football obsessed, I was sport obsessed. And I just found my way like sticking with football. So I think to a lot of young girls, I'd just say continue to enjoy the thing that you're doing, no matter what sport or craft. Like I feel like sport, art, everything is a form of expression, so continue to do it, learn more about yourself and stay true to yourself. I feel like that comes out of me a lot. It's like staying true, being true, and trying to ignore outside noise. Like be yourself, because there is only one version of you that the world will get.
Awesome. And do you ever, something that, like a project that you're planning anytime soon to, help support these young girls, that have immense talent, but they don't have that structure and that opportunity to be able to advance in their gift? Yeah,
there's I guess two things. I'm with an organization called Mission 89. They fight against sports trafficking. It's something that's not really spoken about, but it's a huge problem. I mean, it's the second, trafficking in general is the second biggest industry in the world. Again, it's to be that, like the amount of money that's actually in it. But again, we don't speak about it. I think I recognize my responsibility with that. So I'm alongside them, Mission 89. I'm going to do, towards the end of the year, I don't have dates yet, but alongside another Super Falcon teammate, Francisca Rodega, we're going to do some workshops in the state that she's from, and obviously my family are here, so we'll do like 3 days maybe in Lagos, where we do football camps for the kids in the morning, and then in the afternoon I bring along Mission 89, and the kids and the parents can be educated on the risks of sports trafficking and how to avoid it.
Amazing. That's beautiful. And of course, kudos to you, for that right there. Thank you for being on the show today. Thank you, to advise, for commentary as well and holding my back, because he's the sport person, right here. Thank you, very much. But for a lot of people that want to follow you with you, talk about, some of those things that you're doing and things that you'll be doing. How do they connect with you on social media? Follow you, keep, you keep locked with you with a post notification and all of that.
Yeah, I'm mainly I use Instagram, so it's just my name, Ashleigh Plumptre. But there's a lot of Facebook accounts out there that have my name, but are not me. So Instagram and Twitter usually are the main ones. Okay, so that's just your name, Ashleigh Plumptre. Yes.
Right there on Instagram.
Right.
All right. Big ups to you one more time, and congratulations. You guys conquered Africa and you did the entirety of the country proud. Thank you.